What's going on, everybody? This is the Squad League Podcast, Season 3. This is Episode 3. My name is Hakim 3 Stacks, Tokyo Black, and I'm enjoying the company of Max from One Love. We've got Romeo from Pace FC, and then my co-host, we've got Annie. Guys, how are you guys doing?
I'm good, thanks to yourself, Hakim.
Good.
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay.
I'm blessed and highly favored, man.
Okay, hey, One Love is coming with the Bob Marley energy. It's fine. We're going to take it up a notch. Okay, guys, thank you so much for making the time. This is the Squad League Podcast. As I said, the biggest five-a-side tournament in Africa. We have to give a shout-out to our new sponsor, Old Mutual. You know what I'm saying? We're coming with a different vibe. We're doing things amazingly, and we've got behind every goal. We are going to be talking about things behind every goal, in the goal, on the pitch, upstairs, dressing room. Keep your underpants on. Okay, guys, Season 3, you guys have made it to the main event. How are you guys feeling about that? I'll start with you,
Never
Max.
easy, but we're grateful, man. We're here.
And you guys?
We are excited. We've come a long way. We've had so many attempts to get to the main event, and we are there now, and we are really looking forward to that.
So tell me about the attempts, because we were talking off camera about the attempts that you had and all of the trial and error that you went through. Just talk me through that a little bit more.
Yes, I think we started Season 2, I think at Old Parks. Our first game, when we got invited to the tournament, didn't go very well. I think we lost in the groups. We attempted again at Old Parks again, second time. I think we played better. I think we went to the semi-finals. We lost there. We went to Max Park. We played One Love again there. We lost in the finals. So it's been a journey. And, you know, at some point, you start thinking of giving up, thinking this thing is not ours. Maybe we should try something else. But after you leave the game, you are so disappointed. You don't want anything to do with football anymore. But after a few days, when the adverts come on Instagram, you are thinking about going and trying again. You can't think about anything else. You want to be part of it. You don't want to hear anything else. So that's been the journey. We tried again this season 3 at Old Parks. We faced these guys in the groups. I think we beat them in the groups very well. We were so confident that there's no one who's going to beat us here, because there was Zico Boys also. I think we beat Zico Boys in the groups. And then we went to the semi-finals. We met these guys again. I think the overconfidence got to us. We thought it's going to be a walkover, but it was not easy. These guys really turned up the heat in the semi-finals. And it was a draw, I think.
Yeah.
We went to the penalties. Our guys didn't have confidence in taking penalties, and I think that's how we lost the semi-final at Old Parks in Randbeck.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, no,
sorry, I want to ask, you said it was difficult, for both teams. What do you think you did different to the other time? So, do you think it was just pure luck, or was there a change in your strategy or tactical plan? Because, yes, it's five-a-side, but there are elements to the games where you sort of feel like, okay, let's do this instead of that. Because if you keep doing the same thing, we're going to get knocked out. And then it's a two-part question. And the second question is, you kept on seeing the ads. So what makes you want to come back to Squad League? Is it the prize money, or just the fact that maybe you want bragging rights and be yeah, we're going to be the team that dethrones Pirates?
I think, to the first part, we changed the first games, the first qualifiers. We didn't have our full strength squad.
Yeah.
And sometimes we had to fill gaps, and things didn't work very well. And we changed now the strategy. We tried to get all the players back in the team. We told everyone that, because people didn't take the tournament seriously.
Yeah. Then they saw the 500K.
Yes. When we made a call for the game, let's go and play.
Yeah.
People sometimes don't show up. I have commitments, even if you know the date in advance. And excuses. But, we kept on pushing the guys we need to participate and we need to win this thing, because we've been going there for a while now and you guys need to turn up. So our players started taking it seriously. They started showing up. I think the last qualifier at Old Parks, that when we played them, we had a full strength squad. We actually thought there was no one who could face us here. But I think maybe the experience in the tournament also counts. You know, you get a bit arrogant, you lose. So I think that's what happened there. But we decided to go to Bloemfontein, I think, to try things there. I think the other mistake we did during the qualifiers in the other previous games is sometimes when you have a lot of players, you know, you want to give everyone a chance, because when a player doesn't play, the next time when you call for their participation, they don't want to come because they think we sat on the bench last time, why should I come, and things like that. So we made some changes that were not tactical during some other qualifiers because we're trying to give everyone game time, which imbalanced the teams, I think.
Okay.
So every time we learn from that now, we realize that, you know, this is a team sport, but everyone doesn't get to play if it's not required. If the team is fine, we don't need to make any changes. Let's leave things the way they are. So we've been learning along the way. I think we've been fixing a few issues a few mistakes that we've made in the past.
Okay, and for you, Max, because I know the last time when we spoke during the tournament in season 2, you didn't want to do a lot of talking. You were letting the talking on the pitch, you know, do most of the work. You guys had a very impressive game in the group stage against Pirates Fires. You were the only team, I think, to draw with them at that stage of the tournament. What was it like for you coming into season 3?
More than anything, we wanted to win it, of course, but at the same time, playing it for the first time, such a prestigious tournament, the nerves get to you, you know, some certain mistakes you make here and there, the lineup, the team changes, and that got to us, but we learned as well, you know. And of course, it was sad for us to draw against Pirates and to see them going on and to win the tournament. That just showed us that actually, hey guys, we could have done this, you know, had we had more experience, some tactical changes here and of the lineup. But at the same time, we learned that rotation of the squad is key. It's helpful, trust me, going into such a tournament whereby every game is tough. You can't play every minute of every single game. It's going to get to you. Fatigue gets to you. Cards get to you. Frustration gets to you, you know. And this time, we're ready.
So you guys are talking about this thing from different perspectives.
Yeah,
but
I was about to say that.
Sounds very similar, like how you're adapting. Obviously, for you guys, you've done all these qualifiers and now you've made it here. You've had to change things. For you going into your second season in Squad League, what are the things that you feel like are helping your team improve? I'll start with you, Romeo.
What are the things that you feel like are helping our team improve?
Yes, by being in this tournament and the quality being high and all of those kind of things.
Because you have two different strategies. You're saying play the best team throughout. You're saying we need to rotate because that's how we'll get the best team.
Yeah.
So two different strategies, but obviously you both believe those changes are important. So why?
Yeah, I think rotation is very important, but it depends with the depth of your squad also. Because I think we have a big squad, but our bench does not. Some of our players, you know, they are new players, and there's not that chemistry with the main squad starting lineup. So sometimes, depending at the stage where the game is, you don't know. We made some subs that changed the game negatively.
Got you.
Yeah, so we decided that this is our best
You
lineup. This is our best lineup. Let's try and not change. If the game is tight, let's try and not change things. If we are leading maybe by 2 or 3 goals, we can introduce new players, but to try and to keep a balance in the game. The last time we qualified, we didn't make a lot of changes.
Why are you laughing? Do you know the moment that he's talking about?
Yeah, we played them in a group, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
They beat us in a group stage. You know, when you play a team you don't know, right?
Yes.
You can't really plan for them because you know nobody. It's just like, let's go and play, guys. Hey, they came out, guns blazing. I think they beat us
6-2, I think.
6-2, right?
Okay. That was
So,
the first game.
Yeah,
in the,
and
in the
after
group.
that defeat, we were like, yo, guys, one love. We lost to who? Peace, pace. Who's this team?
Peace.
Then, yeah, like, hey.
He said
let's
love, one
see.
love.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have that thing as a player, like, hi, guys, come on. Then in the semifinals, where we got them again, we're like, okay, now that we've seen some elements of these guys, they don't change a lot. It's the same team. Once they make a sub, the player that comes on is not as effective.
Oh, you're saying that guy was the weak link, you exposed him?
I don't know what he referred to them as, but the player wasn't as good as a player that started the game.
Yeah.
You know? So we found a few weaknesses and we identified it and
Exploited
we
that.
got the goals. They came back, went to penalties. But yeah, we keep learning.
I mean, that's
We
football.
were them in a group again, so yeah.
That's football. You have to, especially if you meet teams over and over again in a tournament format, you've got to figure out those things. So it's just interesting to hear how you guys want to approach it by not rotating as much and you deciding how to rotate. It sounds like you guys know how to manage the rotation maybe a little bit better, and you guys are still figuring out the
something to
squad
figure
depth.
out, yeah.
So that's fair. I think it's really a nice moment now for Squad League because there's some new teams coming in. We've got some teams from PE that are also joining. Are you aware of these teams? Either of you, are you starting on a clean slate with them?
I'm aware of GSW, but the other guys, I'm not aware of them. And like I said, these are teams you don't know. Ish. But we'll plan for them, find them on TikTok or whatever, social media, and see a few videos.
Yeah.
Can I say, like, obviously you're talking about like familiar teams and teams you don't know. Obviously you drew against Pirates, so that's would technically count as a familiar team. And you said now that seeing Pirates' roots, you sort of felt like you could have done what they did. So now season 3, do you sort of going with that mentality of like the champions, we drew with the champions, so we can win this whole thing? Or are you in a vibe of like, it doesn't matter, it was just that day and you can't hold them to that standard, let's just carry on without keeping that? Because some teams can get cocky and be like, yeah, we drew with the champions, so guys, we can beat everyone. Or are you guys saying, that was the day, forget about it, each day is like a new day?
I mean, playing the champions is never easy, eh? And it also depends where you play them.
What do you mean by that?
5 squad. First one, the season 2, right?
Yeah.
You saw their support.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
Damn. I mean, even if a player can be useless or weak, but for the fact that someone is cheering his name there, he
Do you think
gets
it's
that
like a
extra
mental
energy.
thing?
Yeah.
Are you saying that somebody
As if he's on
are you
drugs.
saying some player was weak there?
Who's this? Nah, I'm just saying, they fan base, yo.
It was
It's amazing,
crazy,
bro.
yeah.
Like, even if I'm to get the ball and they're all like, boo.
Yeah.
As a player, you know, you have to be mentally strong, ready as well. So, hey, their fan base, yeah.
But you know, it's not just Pirates fan base. Like, it actually gets really intense at Squad League. Like we've said in
Yeah.
the other episodes, like people fighting with the refs. So it's like, how are you guys gonna overcome that? Because it's not just the Pirates fan base. Like there's moments
That's
where
true.
you're literally seeing 500K slipping from your fingers. How do you tap in? How do you lock in? Especially because you guys, it's been difficult for you guys.
It has, but we've played them.
Okay.
But on that level, it's different. We can't really plan to say we play them or we beat them or they beat us. Us, this time, like I'm saying, we need that players, the ones coming off the bench that is equally as good as the ones starting the game to help us so we can rotate players as well, you know? And overcoming that psychological thing of the noise that you're getting there and seeing the scoreboard being 1-0 up or 1-0 down and 2 minutes to go, how to play. You don't have to concede in that moment, but you have to come back. And if you're leading, how do you hold the lead, you know? So yeah, we're still training. We're not yet there, but we'll be there.
I want to ask you, Romeo, a question because in season 2, you guys were disqualified. So I want you to talk about that whole experience and what that was like, because that must have been, you know, gut-wrenching.
Yeah, I remember that one. Ish. I think that was the last qualifier before the main event.
Yeah. So what happened? What did you do?
I think there was an incident with the ref
Okay.
on the sidelines.
Let's blame the refs again.
I think most of the decisions, you know, we felt like, I think we were playing FS5s
Yes.
in Randburg at Old Parks. We know Slim. We thought the ref was on Slim's side. Most of the decisions were going against us. You know, we tried to complain. I think the first incident that happened is the ref said something to me, and I complained about it. He actually literally insulted me. Like, maybe I was also shouting too much on the sidelines or saying something, and then he snapped. And then things started to escalate from that point. and until we got to a point whereby there was a decision that was made. I think FS5s came from 4-0 down to 4-4 within 2 minutes because the time was stopped at some point and it stopped moving. Because there was a free kick, they stopped the game. When they resumed the game, the time it was saying 2 minutes, but it was 2 minutes forever. And 2 FS5s came from 4-0 down within that 2 minutes to 4-4.
But it can happen in fives that you can score that many goals in a short
time. But we
time.
were dominating that team the whole game. The game was almost done. We were dominating. But most of the decisions now, it felt like they were to try and give them something to come back from. You understand? They are at home. And we felt like the refs were doing a bit too much to try and help them. And the guys got upset.
But where did the disqualification happen?
So what happened is I think things got a bit physical. And then some of the guys said, you know what, let's not play in this thing anymore. Let's go because this is not fair. That's how things escalated.
Like a walk-off?
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't escalate into a physical altercation?
It was a physical altercation, but that was stopped. But we decided to say, you know what, let's not finish the game. But I think we regret that because I think it was one of the biggest mistakes because we felt like we still had the chance there. I think it was an emotional decision.
Who was the one who kind of
who
initiated
said, guys,
this
let's go?
decision?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the guy who coaches our players, he's the one who said, "Hey guys, let's go." And everyone else just felt like, let's go. But
So this time if someone says, let's go.
no.
It's not happening.
No.
It's not happening.
It was an emotional decision. We regretted it afterwards. It will never happen again.
Yeah.
We're going to finish the games because we need to be there when... I think we have a good team, so we mustn't play to all these tricks of trying to bait us into quitting and things like that.
Sure.
So I think we are prepared now. We understand now. It's never going to happen again.
And that's a good segue because now that you've made this decision that you're going to follow through, and also for you guys, now that you're here, like, what are your expectations going into the tournament? Do you have expectations? Like, how do you expect maybe the tournament to go, or just generally?
We have expectations, especially on the refereeing side. I think...
like what?
What are you expecting?
What do you expect from the refs?
I've seen a lot of players complain about the refs, so we expect them to be fair. You know, we expect them to be there.
But this is football. Players complain.
It's
Yes.
That's what happens.
You know, sometimes there are decisions you can see that, you know, it's understandable, but there are obvious decisions that you expect a call to go a certain way and it doesn't. You know, it's very discouraging as a player on the field. We are chasing a game. You have a counter-attack and the call is called against you. You know, you're trying to come back from maybe they are leading 1-0 or something. You know, those kind of things, they can be discouraging and frustrating when you are on the field. So we are always expecting the match officials to be on their best, you know, to try and be fair, not sides. We know some
So
of them...
you're basically saying, in spite of the refs' decisions, we're going to do our best.
We're going to do our best, but they must also do their part, I think.
So you're calling out the refs. Do better.
And you, Max, what are you expecting?
More tactical, full of running, full of excitement. Yeah, that's all I'm expecting.
Are you expecting better quality from your opposition?
Yes, of course. The teams that qualified, most of them is the teams that were there. They know the competition. Those that have qualified and joined us, they're also there in terms of play. Like, seen the team of Pace beaten us once in our group again. So the confidence is high on their side. It's up to us to do the comeback this time.
And for you, do you feel like you've developed any rivalries with a particular team in this in going into season 3?
It's the teams known to us, the ones we play with week in, week out, play the tournaments in and around Joburg, Pretoria.
For example?
The champions, Pirates, Government Tiki, GSW, FSF. Those are the ones we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have kind of like established almost rivalries with these teams because of like the regular kind of contact you have with them on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, you see them, especially after the game ends, you know.
What do they do?
Even taking your hand sometimes is difficult. You see the player goes off, like, yo. But you need to understand, man, it's just that moment, the heat of the moment. Like us, if you maybe play a government Tiki and you lose to them, you expect to win. You don't want to lose to a team you know. So, yeah, the emotions are there, and it'll be heartbreaking to lose to these teams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the groups have been revealed in season 1. We had the draw. How are you guys feeling about your groups? I'll start with you, Max, and then Romeo.
I think we are excited about our group. There's a wild card there. So it's pretty exciting. I think we were meeting these guys also. We've got a bond to chew with them. After they knocked us out of 2 qualifiers, I think we have another chance to pull some points back from them as well.
And you, Max?
The funny part is that we've never taken points from these guys. We knocked them out. They took points from us in a group. So hopefully we can take back those points in a group, Then when they go knockouts, they'll find someone else there. So, yeah, I'm excited of the group. No easy game, as we've said before. There's a team we don't know, then Avengers. Never played them. We'll find them on the socials again and analyze them and see from there.
So I have this question that I want to ask. Do you think there's a team in the tournament that's overrated?
I don't think there's any team.
Don't be scared.
There's no team that's overrated. The fact that they are there after beating all those teams in the qualifiers, it shows a side about them. That
so they've earned their spot.
And I think there's no underdogs there. Every team is very good. If you've played the qualifiers and you've beat everyone during the qualifiers, it means you deserve your spot there, and you've done well they've done well for themselves. So I don't think there's any team we can say they are underdogs really.
And do you think there's any overrated team, a team that's got too much PR, too much hype?
Pace.
Okay.
I'm kidding, man. There's no team that is overrated or anything. Every team deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Different ball game, different strategies. So we look forward to playing these teams.
Okay. Well, I think season 3 is going to be exciting. You guys obviously have a little bit of history between you guys, so that's good. Hopefully it doesn't escalate to me. We don't have any incidences, and everything is officiated well. But it also sounds like you're looking for some bias from the red.
When something goes wrong, like you want like I told you guys.
No.
You want something to go your way.
We're just speaking on behalf of all the other teams and players today, because I think Government Tiki was here. They also had some issues that they had to raise. So, if the feeling is because I was also watching some other games. I think the Pirates keeper tackled an FSF player in another qualifier there at XP Arena. They thought it was a dive, others thought it was a penalty, things like that. So we don't want those, contentious incidents after the game where people think that, hey, we could have won, they were favored and things like that. We want people to know that today we lost and we really lost.
So you don't want any doubts. Like if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose.
Exactly.
Okay.
But at the same time, they should not hide behind the refs, these teams, some teams, when you do lose, the only person you blame is the ref. Without a ref, you can't play a football game. That's unfortunate. Yes, he is going to do mistakes, human after all, but I hope we can just play a fair game. If a team is better than you, let them win. Yeah.
So we're going to be kind to the refs. We're not going to slide tackle anyone. Because I remember at that old Parks game, I feel like somebody got slapped. That one that you're talking about.
I think that's the incident.
That's the incident. Somebody got slapped.
I don't think I got slapped or I slapped anyone.
No, not you, but somebody there.
Yeah.
Was the receiver of a hand.
Exactly. I think there was contact somewhere. But we learn from that, we move. We don't condone violence.
Now, we don't condone violence because Squad League is a family setup. We want you to come with your families, with your kids. Remember, 6, 7 December, buy the tickets, 100 Rand web ticket. People say from the other provinces that Gauteng teams handled the tournament better. How do you feel about that?
We know one of the team's Island Boys, when we play them, they complain of the altitude.
Yes, they said they were out of breath. I remember that.
But in the game, hey,
It didn't seem
I
like
haven't
that.
seen such. Yeah. It worked in our favor. Thanks for that. But yeah. So yeah, let's see how they adapt this time.
And like, do you think they had a disadvantage, or are they, blaming the refs or whatever the case is?
I think if you change, obviously, location to what you are used to, there is a bit of a disadvantage. We went to Bloemfontein. It was very hot. I think it's also hot here sometimes, but we were so worried about the surface. Sometimes when you play so many games on a surface like that, when it's too hot, players can tend to get blisters and things like that. So it was a bit of a concern. Sometimes people who are playing that side might be used to that. So it can be a disadvantage, but I don't think it's a very huge
But
thing.
is it like major? Because you knew you were going to like a hot region. So like, is it really like, because you're here now. So was it really a disadvantage?
I think...
Because I feel like if you lost, then maybe you'd have been like,
Yeah,
it's
you
hot.
could have
But
used
you're
it
here now.
as an argument. I hear what you're
No,
saying.
well,
Yeah.
it rained, I think, during the day. It was just hot when we arrived.
Okay.
But at the end, it rained and the weather was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a concern when you got there that it might affect us, but...
But I think it's funny because like from the five-a-side teams, like a lot of the guys I've spoken to, problems are not problems unless it's like against you guys.
Yes.
Like I've spoken to teams where they're like, yeah, like in Gauteng the rules are different. And I'm like, but you made it to the final. So is it really that much of a problem?
Yeah, I think,
But I guess like when you lose, like I think you said it, you'll find any excuse. You just be like, okay, it was the refs or the weather or whatever. But I feel like it's 500K. Like if I had a team, I don't care if it's raining, sunshine, the refs are giving a bad call, we're going to win.
I think if you win, even if there are things that you're not happy about, they are not worth mentioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the sweetness of the win, it overshadows everything. You're not worried about anything. But when you lose, then you start thinking about what went wrong, what was it, what was the problem. You start looking for maybe what you could have done right, maybe what could have helped that game and things like that. That's where you discuss a lot of problems.
Sure.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So, guys, in closing, I think both of you guys, both of your teams seem like you have wrapped your head around how you're going to approach the tournament. You're not going to be overconfident. You're going to take every game as it comes. Obviously, we're glad to have you back. You guys brought very dope energy. I remember when we did the interview and you were playing, I think, was it Josta Fives?
Island.
Was it Island Boys? There was a team you were playing and you said, they're old and we young and we fast.
The champions.
Oh yes, that was against Pirates, and you were like, yeah, we young, we're gonna run and everything, and that energy is amazing. You guys have been fighting to get here. You are here now.
Literally, someone got slapped.
No, yeah, literally fighting. So we wish you the best of luck in season 3, and we hope you bring your A game. And obviously, you guys have got your eyes on the prize. The prize being 500,000 Rand on the 6th and 7th of December. Squad League is going to be hosting here in Pretoria at Urban Soccer 012. So make sure you're getting your tickets, web ticket. It's going to be an amazing day.
With the new sponsor.
Ticket Pro with the new
With the new
sponsor.
sponsor.
The new sponsor being Old Mutual. Guys, make sure you get your tickets on Ticket Pro. It's going to be amazing. Pirates Fives are going to be defending their title for the second time, which is going to be very, very exciting. So make sure you're there. This is Hakim 3 Stacks, a.k.a. Tokyo Black. I'm with Annie, I'm with Romeo, I'm with Max, and this is Squad League.